Greetings, giving thanks. Ross reports the headline, and Happy New Year. We're speaking about the Rothschilds, specifically talking about Nat Rothschild, who is the fourth son of the Baron Lord Jacob Rothschild. He received $500 million from his daddy, and after graduating college, and of course he's probably got his finger up your butt right now. What happened was, he bought a company. He wanted to try to stick his nose into an Indonesia coal company, and he did a bunch of dirt to drag down the share price of the company, including publishing in the Financial Times that the company had compromising accounting methods, and therefore the share price plummeted, and he attempted to go in underneath and buy him out. Somebody called Simon Murray, who's a chairman of commodities giant Glencore International PLC, said, "Nat's a very good friend of mine, but he tends to go straight into the wall, head down, hoping the wall will break." He said, "You particularly don't do what he did to a bunch of Asian toughies." Meanwhile, the price of coal kept falling, dropping below $90 a ton in June 2012. By then, Bumi stock had slipped 64% since the start of the year. In September, Rothschild presented the board with hundreds of documents alleging accounting irregularities that he had obtained through hacking methods. Rothschild said the documents came unsolicited from a whistleblower whose identity he won't reveal. The Bumi board handed them to regulators and police in London and Jakarta, and appointed new London law firm McFarlane's LLP to investigate. The day the board announced those moves, Bumi's stock fell another 25%. There was a board meeting in the Mandarin Oriental Hotel in Singapore. The Bakris met with the Rothschilds, and they proposed buying back all of Bumi's mining assets from the Rothschilds. Afterwards, Tan and Renwick wrote to Horn Smith threatening to resign unless Rothschild, who had already relinquished the co-chairmanship, left the board entirely. On October 15, Rothschild obliged. He then began assembling a 270-pound million bid to regain control of Bumi, and proposed that a slate of his own candidates, including himself, replace Tan, who had become Bumi's chairman, and almost all of the directors. The existing board had a different plan: to divorce Bumi PLC from the Bakris, who would pay $278 million in cash and surrender their Bumi shares to buy back Bumi PLC's stake in Bumi Resources. McFarlane's found circumstantial evidence to support some of the claims in the alleged whistleblowing documents. Many documents have been obtained through email hacking, which we covered. Of course, Rothschild said he's done nothing wrong, and according to the law that he invented, he probably hasn't done anything wrong. The board declined to release the full report, saying Indonesia law forbids publication of information obtained by hacking, which makes sense. So it fell apart, and Mr. Nat Rothschild cried like a little baby, got on to Twitter and called the Bakris stupid or dumb, which, in my opinion, if you have that kind of a position, that kind of title, and you're on Twitter sharing your emotions with the world, you're pretty dumb, bro.